The skies above Earth cracked with lightning that wasn't natural. Not thunderclouds, not storms, but ships. Hundreds of them. Silent, massive, and glowing blue. The invasion had not begun with bombs, but with a calm, eerie presence. And in the middle of that chaos, Evan Carter, a 27-year-old communications technician, found himself hiding behind a collapsed transit tower alongside someone he never expected, a teenage alien girl. Her name was Luria, small, violet-eyed, silver-haired, and trembling from head to toe. She had crash-landed days before the fleet arrived. Evan had found her injured in the woods, terrified and weak. He had no reason to help her, but something about her innocence, her soft voice, and the way she flinched at every loud noise pulled at his heart. So he hid her. He gave her food, taught her words, let her rest in his tiny safe house. And slowly she began to speak about her people, about the civil war in her galaxy, about why she came, not to invade, but to warn. Her own kind, those of the fleet above, had no interest in mercy. Earth was their next target. She was the only one who tried to stop it. Now, hiding behind the ruins, with human forces retreating and the skies raining fire, Luria held something glowing in her hands, a crystal sphere pulsating with energy. "This is it," she said, her voice louder than usual. Her shyness was gone, replaced by urgency. Evan glanced at her, out of breath. "What is that?" "It's a disruptor key. It can disable the fleet." But what?" She stared into his eyes. "It can't be activated by me. It must be a native life form. A human." Evan blinked. "Wait, so you want me to what?" "Just walk into the center of that skyship and plug it in." "Not walk. Climb, fly, break through the defense drones, reach the core, and insert this. If not," her voice cracked, "Earth will fall." He stared at her in disbelief. "That's suicide." She looked away. "I know." There was silence between them. Then she suddenly grabbed his hand. Tightly. "You saved me when you didn't have to," she said, eyes shining with emotion. "You taught me kindness. You showed me what it means to trust someone. Now, I trust you to save your world." Evan tried to look away, but her grip tightened. "This is your last chance, human. Do it now or never." For a moment, Evan stood frozen. He didn't want to die. He wasn't a soldier. He was just a guy who worked with signals, wires, and broken screens. But then he looked at her, this tiny alien girl, who once cried at loud sounds, now standing tall with fire in her eyes. She had risked everything to protect his people. Could he really back out now? "No," he muttered, more to himself than her. "You're right." She nodded, slowly placing the glowing sphere into his hands. "You have 10 minutes. After that, they'll deploy the Annihilator beams. No second chances." Evan nodded, took a deep breath, and sprinted toward the launch pod hidden beneath the ruins. The skyship loomed like a titan above the city. He launched the stolen hover glider Luria had repaired. As it zipped through the ash-filled sky, anti-air drones swarmed him. He weaved, ducked, evaded lasers. One grazed his arm, another melted the side of the glider. But he didn't stop. With seconds left, he reached the skyship's docking bay. Blasting to the final gate, Evan rolled onto the metal floor, clutching the sphere tight. Alarms blared. Robotic voices shouted warnings. But he ran, down endless corridors, past floating orbs and humming crystals, until he reached the fleet core. A massive column of blue light pulsed at the heart of the ship. He hesitated, hands shaking. Then Luria's voice echoed in his head. "Do it now or never." He slammed the sphere into the pedestal. The entire ship screamed. Down below, Luria watched from the ruins. For a second, nothing happened. Then, the sky turned white. One by one, the enemy ships shut down, flickering out like dying stars. The invasion was over. Later that night, after the dust settled, Evan awoke in a hospital camp. Burned, bruised, but alive. And the first thing he saw was her, Luria. She rushed to him, nearly knocking over the forward drip. "You idiot," she whispered, hugging him tightly. "You really did it." I had no choice, he murmured with a smile. You told me it was now or never. She pulled back, cheeks redder than ever. I didn't mean it like that. I mean, well, I did, but... He laughed. You know, you're not so shy anymore. She looked down, fingers twirling the edge of her robe. Maybe not around you. There was a long pause. Then he reached out and held her hand. And I'm glad it was you who found me, she said softly. Not someone who would have left me behind. I could never leave you, he replied. Not now. Not ever. And beneath the stars of a world saved, a once-shy alien girl and human technician sat side by side. Hands clasped, hearts open, and futures uncertain, but together. Because sometimes all it takes is a last chance to find something worth living for.